ladies and gentlemen. We are Belle Reve. We're here to perform for you this evening a play by the late, great Tennessee Williams. Now, I heard something earlier about improv. Tennessee Williams wrote every word that you're about to hear this evening. The one thing Mr. Williams failed to write was a title. So tonight I need two things from you. First of all, I need something that y'all might find in an antique store.
Typewriter.
A typewriter. Thank you. A typewriter. And now I need an adjective. You know, one of those describing words.
Dusty.
Dusty. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Belle Reve presents the Dusty Typewriter.
Now that I'm back from the big city, I figured maybe I could find a stenographer job here in town.
Oh, Martha, you're so silly, wanting a job and whatnot.
That's what I was doing in the big city. Typing.
For who? For men who need business done?
Of course. Who else?
My goodness, I haven't a clue how you do it. How do you tend to your housely duties? You type that away too?
Well, darling, I don't own a home because I don't have a husband.
I've forgotten. It's not like everyone around town talks about it all the time.
I wanted to go off, Darlene, to the big city and make a name for myself. And so I did. And if that cost me my opportunity to be a bride, so be it. But I do wish I could be one.
I bet you wish you could be a bride with that little friend of yours. What was her name? Sally or Samantha? Oh, no, Trudy. That was it. That was the one. Trudy. You two were tied at the hip every damn day.
I missed her every day in the city. But now she's here with a husband of her own.
Oh, she's married, that one.
You didn't hear?
Oh, my goodness.
She married Garfield.
With a mouth like that, she landed Garfield.
She sure did, like a lady. Richest man in town.
I had no idea that Garfield stooped to such levels.
My darling.
I'm sorry. I know she was a friend of yours.
She still is a friend. I cannot wait to see her.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that I see her soon.
Well, maybe we should invite her over then for some tea.
That would be delightful, darling.
Okay.
Now that I'm back and the month is May, maybe there's a festival coming up. Wouldn't that be nice? You're the one that lives around here. Still.
Well, last festival we had, our one donkey drowned, so I'm not sure if the town's ready for another festival, but perhaps if we get them all revved up, why not?
Why would it be our duty to rev up a town for a festival?
I don't think anything happens in this town without my say-so.
Of course not. So you need to rev us up for a festival?
If I didn't go around this town telling everyone and their mama and daddy to come and be happy for once in their damn lives, no one would do a thing. I was definitely not my husband, I'll tell you that much.
How is he doing these days?
Fine, I suppose. Still has that temper, but who doesn't?
In the big city, all the men I worked for didn't have a temper.
Is that so?
That is so. I don't know, Darlene, not to put big city ideas in your little town head, but a man doesn't have to be angry.
How else is he meant to express love or that he's awake?
He could do so by being grateful for all the things you've been doing around here, for this town, for your family.
What do? I simply cook and I clean and I look after the little one and I sometimes lay awake at night. I'm so sorry.
I know, it's actually probably bringing up anger within you.
No, anger on a lady. How dare you? I've never shown such an emotion in my life.
Never, darling, never. It's
Mama,
just, you know,
you are my favorite sister.
I'm your only sister.
Exactly. And I just want for us to have a good weekend this time, okay?
Mr. Carruthers! Mr. Carruthers! Oh, I'm so sorry. I just came here with a dozen reams of paper for one of them new fangled typewriters for his new business. Can you believe it? Mr. Carruthers is going to be the first business in this town to have a typewriter.
Paper cut, is that you? It's so good to see you. It's me, Martha.
Oh my!
I know I've changed with the big city energy all about me.
I'm so excited. Oh no!
All the reams of paper.
I'm sorry. Please don't tell Mr. Carruthers I dropped these. I was just so excited to see you, Martha.
So good to see you, Paper Cut.
So sorry, darling. Let me just pick up these dozen reams of paper I walked in with.
Dear, and none of them were bound, so there's paper everywhere. Oh boy.
It's okay that some of the paper gets all dusty and dirty, right? I know they was white, but they won't notice, right? I'm not in trouble, right?
Oh,
I believe I heard someone calling.
Darlene, why you ain't home yet? That's me. Darlene,
Yes?
why you ain't home? I just woke up from a nap. You wasn't here.
I'm coming. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry.
Paper Cut.
Yes, Martha?
You sure got a lot of work to do. Mind if I watch?
Well, I think that'd be a special audience for me on such a mundane task of labor, but sure, if you don't mind.
Does it hurt every time the paper cuts your hands?
Well, it does, but you get used to it. I guess, I never thought of it, but I guess that's why they call me paper cut.
You're so strong, Paper Cut.
Oh, Martha, all I do is carry reams of paper and big old tables of lumber and sometimes live donkeys around town. You just can't help but naturally develop some big old muscles. But
I heard about the loss of the town's one donkey. You must be heartbroken. Do you need a hug?
well, I wasn't going to be so far as to suggest it, but if you're offering, I'd be a fool to turn it down.
I agree.
I've never hugged a woman before. No.
It's quite chaste, I promise.
Okay.
People hug all the time in the big city.
Wow. The big city sounds like quite the place.
I miss it. I wish I could have stayed, but... Come here.
Go on.
Garfield! Garfield! Garfield, get in here and make love to your wife! Garfield! 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 You've been slacking in your husband's duty. I don't think you've touched me since the day we put rings on each other's fingers. And I believe that was the last time you touched me.
Well, that's because ever since then you have been soused, Trudy.
Well, I'm just more fun this way.
Says who?
Says me. Come on, give your wife a little kiss. Come on, Alpha. Remember when you wooed me?
Before I knew I was wooing what was basically a distillery.
Well, we all gotta do what we gotta do to survive, don't we?
I suppose we do. Speaking of which, I hear Martha's back in town. Have you heard? Your good friend Martha, you haven't been the same since you left.
I did happen to hear that, and I thought I'd drink to her health.
So I started early. Who needs coffee?
You do. Tremendous amounts.
I think bourbon is the breakfast for me. Come on now. Why don't you come over here? When I see her, I want to tell her how happy we are. Can't you pretend to be happy?
Can't you really be happy?
What do you know about happiness?
I know that we almost had it once. We were so close. What happened to you? That's the question.
Now you ask? Now is when you choose to have a real heart-to-heart? After all these years, you decide now you want to know what happened? You can write a story about that. You make it up in your head.
All right. The richest man in town married the most beautiful woman in town. She got drunk and was unhappy the rest of her life. The end. Oh, they died, obviously.
Speak to that ending on,
Yeah, you
alright?
sure are.
Yeah.
Why, Trudy?
Because if this is what I've got to look forward to for the rest of my days, I hope they are limited in their numbers.
Well, don't stop on account of me. Why don't you just swim down to the bottom of that bottle and stay there?
Yeah. Here's to you, my sweet husband.
See, that's the difference between you and me, Dabney Carruthers. You think that the world's problems can be solved with your writing and your fancy words.
I think it's the best way to tell a story.
Yeah, you think that's the best way to tell a story. That's always been the difference between us ever since we was kids. You like to tell stories with your brain box. And I operate with
Your
the
chatterbox.
Yeah, I work with the muscles below my brain.
It's mostly your mouth that
Haha.
use the box.
Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, your mouth is pretty funny too.
Are you trying to threaten me?
I didn't say threat, did I? I think you would know if I was threatening you. So what am I? Is it a threat? Are you scared of me, Carruthers?
You do not scare me.
No?
You do not.
Aha, alright. I guess I'll have to work a little bit harder then. Gotta get my practice in.
What's with this masculinity that you're trying to exude?
Trying.
Trying.
I am succeeding. I always succeed. My masculinity has never been a question in this town.
Is your marriage a success?
Well, it would have been if Darlene had been a better wife. I mean, she is still my wife. She is still alive, but she isn't. Look, she doesn't satisfy me, if that's what you mean. But her sister's a cat.
You say you're gonna get satisfaction from the sister because that would not be something you would want in the papers.
Oh, so now it sounds like you're threatening me. Well, aren't you just a wily little squirrel? Like a wily little squirrel that tick, 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 eating your acorns, packing your nuts. What do you want from me, Carruthers?
I don't want anything from
I'm just a mechanic.
you. Fix my car then. That's why I'm here.
I told you the lug nuts were broken. I'm gonna order it special from the JCPenney catalog. They'll send it in here from Texarkana. It should be here in about 2 days. Just in time for the festival. So what else you need, Carruthers? What else you come here for?
As much as I hate you, you're still the best company that I have.
If it wouldn't damage my self-esteem, I might give you a hug right now. That's one of the kindest things anyone's ever said to me. Thank you, Carruthers. I actually think you're a good man. I do. I always thought that. Even when you used to push me into the swimming hole.
That's what kids do when they're young, Ronald.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. A lot bigger now. I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself. God damn it, these lug nuts are tight.
You can take care of yourself. Why aren't you taking care of your wife?
Well, I take care of her. I take care of her good. But it's different, you know. You're not married. It's different. When you get married, well, that's when you find out more about the things you didn't want.
What about the things you still desire?
Sometimes they're right in front of me.
Mr. Garfield, sir, thank you so much for meeting me. I know I don't know a lot about business, and I figured with you being the richest man in town and all, I could come consult you about pursuing a business loan.
Paper cut, just before we get into this, did you deliver those reams of paper to Carruthers like I asked?
I did, yes, sir. All 12 of them, in a condition very similar to the way that they were given to me.
All right, what is this idea for a business vet? Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir. Well, I would like to have money in order to purchase a new goat.
Your business venture is a goat?
Yes, sir. See, we used to have a donkey that I cared for a lot, and I thought, Papercut, you should get a new donkey, but the pain in my heart from losing Persephone is too raw, so I decided to get a different but similar animal. My noggin landed on goat, sir.
Papercut, first of all, I am so sorry. I did not know that the donkey lost in the last festival was yours.
Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate your condolences. I know we all very much like Persephone. She was the only donkey to win that blue ribbon every festival because she also was the only donkey in town.
Terrible swimmer, though.
Hence the tragic demise.
Papercut, what is the function of this goat you wish to buy? I mean, I understand that you wish to replace Persephone, but I'm a businessman. I have to know what's in it for my investment.
Well, sir, other than knowing that prestigious, or at least tax-paying member of the town will be happier, it's me. I feel that it would be important for the morale of this here town, especially...
Garfield. Papercut, I'm here to help you with the business proposal. I was just right behind you.
Oh, my...
It was easy to follow the trail of blood.
Martha, I'd hug you again if it didn't so certainly get blood on your blouse yet again.
Yes, I did have to change, and that's why I was behind you. You forgot to wait for me.
Pardon me here, Mr. Garfield. I just got so excited about the idea to get a business loan for this new goat. Thank you to the business acumen from my friend, Martha.
I'm back from the big city.
You certainly are, Martha. What brought you back to town? Did you have trouble in the big city?
No. I did not. It was just time for me to come home and maybe find a husband. How's Trudy?
She's just fine, Martha. She's just fine and looking forward to seeing you, I'm sure. Now, let's move on to whatever this business venture is.
I have another question about Trudy. What time is best to call upon her?
Well, I hear there's a festival of some sort tonight. It's all about town, although I don't know exactly what this festival is that is occurring this evening.
All I know is that this festival would be a lot better if it had a goat.
I do not disagree, Papercut. Goats are good for milking and turning that milk into cheese.
And being friends.
Our lucrative business idea is to get a goat, turn their milk into cheese.
So your business proposal is to acquire a friendly goat and convert that goat's milk into goat cheese. This is the entirety of your proposal.
Well, the third part is we then get money that makes it a profitable business for ourselves and the economy of this here town.
That's right. Wouldn't you like it for the economy of the town to go well? Wouldn't it be great if there was a goat to be milked? Wouldn't it be so nice to have some cheese to serve with your bread to your wife that I'm sure you love and desire every single night, who doesn't have any issues in her marriage and is so very happy to be married to a man like you?
Especially if that cheese comes from a friend.
Trudy, dear. Trudy, hello. There you are. Oh, there's quite the pallor about you, honey. Are you okay?
I haven't eaten a thing today.
Oh, well, good thing I brought some bread. Go on, sit down.
Thank you, thank you.
Don't mind me, Trudy, I'm just taking my bath.
I think we got some different news today. Sorry.
Am I interrupting something?
No, of course not. The more the merrier.
Last time we were over, you said he could use a bath if he so desired, and he's taking you up on that. Anyways, Henry, let me know if you need anything, darling.
I always do.
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
Did you see in the paper? Jonathan's been running around with who and what not.
You're such a gossip.
Well, there's nothing else going on in this town.
You know what I would like to hear gossip about? Your sister.
Martha.
How has she asked about me?
Has she asked about you? Sure, she asked about paperclip. Oh, sorry, paper cut, the little boy. Blitzing out my mind. She asked about Garfield. Oh, your husband, yes. And I suppose that was it. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine. Don't tell her that I was inquiring as to her condition and her status, married or single.
Oh, she's quite single. You think her husband would have locked that one down? No. Isn't that what I say all the time, Henry? Martha's never going to be married. Not in a mean way, though.
You must be so proud of her.
Proud.
While going off to the big city and
What is the big deal about the big city, huh? There's plenty of things right here in Hendricks.
but you see the paper, it's the same old stories of who's running around with who, what animal has died, or has become a friend.
And you need to know these things. Or what's in the big city? Oh, 14 people murdered in a skyrise. Is that what excites you, Trudy?
Well, some days I wish that there was a skyrise to jump from. Where's that bread?
Oh, yes, right. Wrapped up in the newspaper. Oh, it's the French kind.
Where's...
Darlene, I dropped my soap.
So sorry, Trudy. Oh, right there, darling, right next to your hand. There you go.
Thank you, wife.
Is the water temperature okay?
It was. It's kind of cooled off a little bit here, don't you think?
Sorry, we'll pay for the water bill. Yes, we will.
Garfield would never have me be so intimate in his bathing.
Oh, well, Henry grew up with sisters, so he's seen it all, as they say.
So have they.
Yes.
Mr. Carruthers?
Yes.
Oh, how do you do? Jonathan, I haven't seen you in ages.
Martha, it's been a long time.
I brought a typewriter, and I would love to show off how fast I am at typing, if you would let me. I don't know if you're looking for a stenographer, but I am one, and I'm here in the flesh, not leaving anytime soon ever again.
So you come by hoping that you'll be the first woman stenographer for the paper?
Oh no, I know I won't be the first to come here and try to be your stenographer, but I think I could be the very best one. These little fingers are nimble, they touch every key with the same stroke, and, well, I'm a pleasure to have around.
You talk better than you talk.
I'm sorry.
You can't have no pauses in the newspaper.
I would not be pausing while tapping. There's this look about you, and I stumbled a bit. Excuse me for being so forward. I've been in the big city. Everyone is very forward there.
Is that so?
That is so.
Anyone have any secrets in the big city?
I have no secrets from the big city.
You people in the city have secrets.
Oh. Of course, everyone has a secret. Wouldn't you say so, Jonathan?
Yes, yes.
I'll follow you around with this typewriter. I can move tables.
You don't have to do that. We have paper cut to do these things.
Well, he's not here currently, so I think...
Where is he?
Well, please don't summon him. I want a few moments alone with you. To prove myself. Go ahead. Tell me anything. I'll tap it just as you say it, exactly, no mistakes.
Type your darkest secret.
My darkest secret? Jonathan Carruthers. You trying to get to know me intimately? This is a long pause.
I'm not the one excited.
Watch my adorable, nimble fingers. I don't even have to look at the keys. This is a secret. No, you told me to wrap my seat. I wasn't finished. That's going to be real incriminating. Now you're the only one who knows.
I think you and I have more in common than we thought.
So I can be your stenographer.
Yes, you can.
I've been told that today is the day that the love duck is coming from the big city, and I'm here to pick up Mr. Carruthers' car.
Ah, he couldn't bring it himself? I mean, bring it him, he couldn't, he wasn't, all right. Just a bit surprised to see you, paperclip. Paper sheet, what?
I have a different name, but people call me Paper Cut, and that's just fine by me.
Yeah, I suppose that's fine. All right, it's just going to take about 2 hours to get this jack to take the car down, but
Well, that's all right. I can just watch it.
that's fine. You know your way around automobiles, paper cut?
Mr. Carruthers never lets me drive his, except for when I'm taking it to and from the shop, or maybe if it needs to go around sometime, the town a little bit, just so he can let people know that he has a car, but he's too busy to drive it. I don't have a car of my own, I guess is what I should have said the first time.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, you'll have to let Mr. Carruthers know that I was quite disappointed I did not see his smiling face today.
Well, I will match his smile with my smile.
Thank you. Thanks.
Happy to be of help.
Of course. So, tell me, what's it like working under him, Mr. Carruthers?
It has its good days and its bad days, and well, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but here I am. It's been real bad lately.
Why is that?
Well, he's been upset, and he just keeps complaining about how all these other men in town are married, and they don't deserve them wives like he does. And he keeps on saying, remember, paper cut, don't repeat this, but here I am.
No, it's all right, paper cut. Go on, go on.
Well, and then he keeps on saying that sometimes there are men in the town that they don't satisfy their wives. And I ask him, what do you mean by that, Mr. Carruthers? And he just laughs at me like I should know what he's saying, but I don't.
Well, that's hilarious. I mean, that's funny. It's not a man's job to satisfy his wife. It's her job to satisfy him.
Yeah, he says that a lot of lesser men make that excuse while they're just soaking up in a tub. I don't know what that means, but he says it to me a lot. He gets real angry about it.
Does he now?
Yeah, oh, well, there's a lot of fancy equipment in this garage.
There is. I've got all the top of the line stuff. Well, not interesting. He thinks that he has no idea how well I can satisfy him.
Well, with a man who can take care of a lug nut and a car so well and has all this top-of-the-line equipment, I'm sure he's not talking about
Hands. I've got excellent hands, paper cut. See these calluses?
I do.
When these calluses touch warm flesh, do you know what they do? They make it get goosebumps. They make it quiver. They make that flesh sing.
I didn't know that flesh had vocal cords. I didn't know. You know so much about the human body and the car body as well. You're so smart.
I do what I can, boy.
I mean, I got pretty strong hands too, from carrying around reams of paper and a donkey for a little while until it died, and hopefully soon a goat.
A goat?
You haven't heard? Oh, Martha came back in town and she helped me go talk to Garfield about taking out a business loan to get a new goat.
A new goat?
Yeah, after she hugged me and all.
Martha, my sister-in-law. Hugged you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
A goat.
I just got a very unusual pang of jealousy considering everything else I have going on. Well, that's interesting. And this goat, you want this goat? You have a specific goat in mind?
I just want to go up to some sort of pen or farm or maybe some sort of part of nature and just look at a bunch of goats and just wait until I see the one. I just say, that's the one. That's my Franklin. I want that to be my friend. He will also make me and everyone cheese. That's how I conduct my business, at least. I have it written out in my business proposal that Martha typed up for me after she hugged me.
It's just a hug, baby, because it's not like she proposed. A woman would never do that. These are the car keys. This car is finished. Now, you be sure to let him know that I'm very, very sad that I did not get to say hello to him personally. And also let him know that, well, it's bath time.
Carruthers! Carruthers!
Yes, Garfield?
You're the newspaper man. Have you heard anything about this festival that's supposed to be going on this evening? You got your meeting around in this town.
Yeah, so this president says new festival to celebrate paper cuts goat.
That boy is trying to manipulate me into some kind of business loan for a goat cheese, and friendship. I do not understand that. Did he bring you the reams of paper that he was supposed to?
Covered in blood. I can't use them.
You hear that Martha's back in town?
Yeah, she came by earlier.
What?
She came by earlier.
She wasn't looking for a job, was she?
She was looking for a job, and I gave her one.
What do you mean you gave her one? You're supposed to run all highs by me. I bankrolled this newspaper, Carruthers.
I know. I needed help, okay? I needed help to run this newspaper. Paper cuts bleeding all over the place. Damn, it crashes my car every time I let him drive it, but at least it gives me some peace of mind to be alone here.
That woman cannot work here. You know what? She's unmarried. You're unmarried.
You're not a minister, Garfield.
I didn't say I was going to marry you. I'm saying that maybe you should get together. Maybe you should get together and move out of town. What do you have here, really, besides this newspaper? Really? What's holding you here? Your friendship to the town mechanic?
Mr. Carruthers, I got the keys to your car. I parked it out back just like you like.
Paper cut?
Mr. Carruthers! Oh, I'm
Martha.
back from my lunch break.
Hello, Mr. Garfield.
This is a party.
But it's no festival.
Mr. Carruthers? Sorry. Oh, you're all here. There's a festival tonight. There's a friendship festival tonight. Everyone needs to be. I was hoping you could put in the Evening Post. I know it's very short.
Did you say friendship festival?
Yes.
I think
There
that's
will
a
be,
beautiful idea.
absolutely, and there will be a friendship festival after we conclude our profitable business venture.
Yes, about and go. Correct. All right. In
I-
honor of tonight's friendship festivities, why don't you go purchase yourself a friend? Yes.
I'll go real quick. I had to.
No, right now.
I had to pass
Right
one
now.
thing to Mr. Carruthers.
Go right now and go quickly.
Robert told me to tell you. I'm very sad. This is verbatim, so I'm gonna say I instead of he. I'm very sad. You didn't come and give me that smile, and it's bath time. Oh, I'm so excited now. Let's go.
My Robin said that? My Robert Henry said that?
You said something about bath time?
Yeah.
I could use a bath.
You sure?
Before the festival.
Speaking of baths in front of men.
What are they doing? Imagining it?
Oh, I'm not flying in the big city, young lady, but not over here in Hendrix.
How dare you speak to me like a mother?
Well, one of us has to be. Huh. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I'm so sorry. I'm screaming practically.
I put the Friendship Festival in the paper.
Oh, okay. Well, that was all I came for, so suppose I'll leave and go ask my husband about the bath.
I suppose.
Okay.
I'll let you get to the copying, and I will.
Tell paper cut to come back in like 10 minutes and I'll help send it out.
Trudy, didn't expect to see you out here before the whistle stopped.
I come here often, sometimes when I need to stretch my legs and think.
I do the same. I'm surprised that I haven't come across you in the past.
Well, I used to come here often. I used to come here with your sister-in-law, actually.
Huh.
We'd come here and we'd sit and we'd make plans for all of our big dreams about our respective futures.
Yeah. That's the thing about dreams, isn't it? It just exists to evaporate.
I suppose so.
Yeah, I come out here sometimes and think about what kind of turns I took in my life. Left turns, right turns, upside down turns, backwards, forwards. We got a kid. I got a kid that I don't like. I got a wife I don't like. I got a life I don't like.
I've got one of those too. Sometimes I think about getting on the next train out of town, not saying anything, not leaving a note for Garfield. And sometimes I think, why even bother? Why get on the train and just step in front of it when it's coming through? But that's a sad story, isn't it?
It'd be very messy.
I don't care, my life's messy. What does my death need to be clean for? Who's gonna be sad about picking up the pieces of me?
Don't don't even think about mortality. I spend so much time being alive, questioning my choices, doubting myself sometimes. I don't like that. I don't like doubting myself, Trudy.
Well, you need to drink more, my friend. It kind of makes you forget about everything. Kind of clouds everything in a pretty little sea. Knows it just enough. Tickles you in all the right places when you haven't been tickled in a long time.
I just haven't been tickled the way I want. I mean, Darlene tries. She tickles. She tries to tickle. Then she just does it wrong. It's just not, it's either too hard or too soft. All it does is make me want to smack her hand away and say, "Stop it, woman. Stop touching me there or anywhere." I feel as though perhaps I'll never find the right person to tickle me right.
I don't remember the last time I was tickled. No, I do. And it was by the nimblest little fingers. Each tickle like a stroke with a key. Like a little novel was being written on my body.
It's akin to when I was a younger man. Perhaps at times when I would sit out by the hayseed field, sucking down a thistle lily. Very special thistle lily.
Bats are so good for reminiscing. Just thinking about tickling. Thinking about how clean I'll be when I see Trudy. I hope no one's home to hear me talking about myself.
Sometimes I wonder what he writes about when he's writing for himself. Just for his inside voice. The story no one's ever read.
Sometimes I wonder if I hadn't left for that big, big, big city, could I have made a better life here in this tiny, tiny little, awful, boring place? This water smells like Robert Henry.
Paper cut, get in here.
Oh, yes, darling.
Can you hold this banner, darling? It just will not stay up.
Oh, of course.
Okay, yes, you hold this side. I'm gonna hold this one. I made it extra long just for the Friendship Festival.
Oh, darling, this is the biggest banner I've ever seen, and I've seen some big banners.
Well, thank you. Thank you kindly, Paper Cut. I did try.
Wow!
Oh.
Look at that big, strong man with bleeding hands putting up a banner.
Oh, Martha. I was hoping you'd notice, as well as the little spots of red right there in the corner of the banner, so you know that's where Paper Cut helps.
There is a funny way of knowing everywhere you've been around town, you big man.
Yes, follow the trail of red, they say. You might find an idiot at the end.
Darlene.
So sorry, it's the Friendship Festival. I meant Robert Henry will be here soon, and I have his hourly brandies lined up for him. That's it. Oh, you suppose Garfield or Trudy would want something too?
Trudy will be here?
Oh, yeah, she will be here. I do think she's never said a word about you.
I haven't seen her since coming back. I've seen almost everyone else that matters in this town.
Oh, well, I did visit her yesterday. I suppose I should have invited you. But,
You should have.
well, she was sickly, the poor thing.
Sickly.
Yes, her skin, the color of a sheet.
You don't think she's dying, do you?
Dying. We could never wish for something that exciting in this town.
I do not disagree, but I do not like the subject of that sentence.
Martha, she's all right. She'll be here. You'll lay your eyes on her. Oh, darling, there you are.
These branches lined up here. Paper clip, cut, paper cut. Sorry, I'm a little unfocused. I found this goat walking by the side of the road. Why don't you take it?
Franklin, you little scamp, where you go off to? I'll just put it right here next to the other rims of paper so it don't get lost.
Robert Henry, I took a bath earlier and it smelled like you.
I'm surprised you remember what I smell like. You have been avoiding me this entire time. Hello, Martha. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I did not miss you, I will be honest, since it is a friendship festival.
Well, I didn't miss this brandy either. That's why I'm giving it a warm hello. Yeah, I know that didn't make sense. Welcome back. Aren't you just a special little girl?
I'm a woman. Yes, you are. Rudy, what a perfect place to reunite with a friend.
At the Friendship Festival, I brought you flowers.
You knew I'd be here. They're beautiful daisies, my favorite.
Are they still? Do you still like daisies?
I haven't changed at all.
You love daisies.
I love daisies.
These are for you.
Thank you.
I love daisies too.
I know I've never forgot.
Well, well, well. Trudy, I found your secret stash of hooch and I brought it to the Friendship Festival. Nothing says friendly like a friendly bottle of hooch. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Care for some?
I absolutely do.
Absolutely. Trudy. Oh, look. Reunion upon reunion upon reunion. Would you like to be reunited with a little drink, darling? I'm sure you would.
I suppose I should celebrate.
There you go, darling. Enjoy. Is that your favorite? Would you like a double to start with? Would you like to go double-fisted right away?
I wanna be clean and sober to take in this side.
Clean and sober for you is a 2-drink minimum. There you go, darling.
I'm not always like this.
Everyone having fun at the Friendship Festival? Everybody feeling friendly?
It's like gasoline.
You are ruining the Friendship Festival and reuniting with your wife, my oldest friend.
Martha, it's not very friendly of you to yell at somebody, especially the richest man in town at the Friendship Festival.
Well, it's not very friendly of you to show up to an event drunk that my sister very, very much put a lot of effort into.
I'm fine with it. Sorry. She isn't usually like this. Sorry.
Yes, I am. I'm basically from the big city now. You know what they do in the big city?
Do they do that in the big city? What else did they do in the big city that forced you to leave?
I left on my own volition.
Oh, please, not so much violence in front of Franklin.
Martha, why don't you just tell everybody why you had to leave the big city? Did you get into a little bit of trouble?
Don't make me come over there and hope that I don't miss again.
Why don't I just present and make easy?
Oh, that doesn't matter. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter. You can shut your mouth, Garfield. You trying to embarrass her? But you're embarrassing yourself.
I don't have to embarrass anybody. Everybody does that on their own just fine, don't they, Martha? Don't they, Trudy?
Are you going to do anything?
Oh my goodness. Carruthers, you're here.
Yes,
You're taking notes on this?
I've been documenting everything. It's going to be my best story. It's also going to be my last story.
Your last story, isn't it? Well, I suppose, can I get you a drink, Carruthers?
Yeah, Carruthers.
We've got some hooch.
Could I schedule you a one-on-one interview with Franklin?
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
That would be nice, Mr. Carruthers. It's just right here next to the Luck Nuts and Car Pots.
Why did Martha have to leave town in the first place, Trudy?
Hmm?
She didn't have to leave, she chose. She left. She left without someone, though. I forgot about that part.
I left the day you two got married.
You never
Let me help you.
loved me. Always on the left side.
You want the right?
Enough! I was a friendship festival.
It sure is. In the spirit of friendship, how about I offer you double what this place is worth? Why don't I just buy this place and I can burn it to the ground and you can all wash? Tell you what, I'll buy the mechanic shop too, burn that to the ground. And Carruthers is going to leave and go to the big city.
No, you
follow
ain't.
him there too.
No, you ain't. You tell me that's a lie.
Sorry, Representative.
I think this ministry could use a whole lot more friendship. So it's a good thing we got Franklin. Franklin! Oh, no! Oh, we got into the love nuts! Oh, Franklin! Oh, Franklin!
Of course.
He's not breathing!
Son, that's a dead goat.
Mama, tell me you came back for me. Tell me you came back for me to take me away so we can live our dreams. Tell me that.
Trudy, I got in trouble for the big city for being a woman like I am. And I came back to find a husband.
A husband?
You know, a husband's solution to all women's problems.
You didn't come back for me.
I knew you'd be here. And that you already have a husband, that you can't leave. You didn't come with me to the big city because you didn't want to.
But you asked her to come to the big city. You didn't ask me. I'm your sister.
Well, well, well.
What's so special about Trudy?
Trudy remembers my favorite flowers.
Well, live ones, I suppose.
Trudy understands my dreams, that I don't need to be locked away like you, with cobwebs inside of me, a man who takes a bath and can't even bathe himself, who clearly is a mechanic, an autopilot, someone who enjoys fixing the bodies of vehicles, but also probably enjoys fixing the bodies of men.
Dare you say something like that?
I don't want to laugh like that. I don't want a dusty cobweb.
Mama, you can change this. You can rewrite the story. You can.
Carruthers, they don't allow people like us in the big city or the big town. You lose everything. You need a wife and I need a husband. And you need to stop getting your steak in the bathtub. No one's gonna get what they want. This is Kansas. And I didn't go to Kansas City for nothing.
Yeah, well, look at this piece of paper I found on Mr. Crothers' phone. Yes, a half-snatched little folded up piece of paper.
Oh, really? What does it say?
say?
What did he write?
I, Martha, of full sounding mind, do declare that I like women. What does that mean, Martha? Like them for what?
I like their company.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Now that is a good Christian man. Look at him. He should be the example.
He's agreeing with me, sister. He doesn't. What did I say? He's clearly. I can't even
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Dusty Typewriter.